I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'll live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
It is time for the college football playoffs to start, and the first round's over with, but the second round, or the quarterfinal round, is just now beginning. And today we are going to be in the Rose Bowl playing against Notre Dame. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the Nebraska Cornhuskers Dynasty, as we're in the quarterfinal round of the college football playoffs, and this is going to be a good one, to say the least, here as we're in Pasadena, California, here at the Rose Bowl, and a chance here to punch our ticket to get to the semifinal round, who will either face in that round, which I believe will be Miami or Texas Tech. Yeah. So as you see there, Michigan did not make it to the quarterfinal round, as they were defeated by Notre Dame 30-26. So I'm actually relieved that we did not have to face Michigan for a second time here in this series. But we do have to face a very tough Notre Dame squad here. You see, they're 92 overall, they're 94 offense, 89 defense. So we're hoping that we can get lucky here and have a really aggressive defense show up here today for us, and of course take out Notre Dame as quickly as possible. As you see, Notre Dame, they had a bit of a ride. They've lost, the only two losses came so far this season was from ranked USC and Pittsburgh, which they won, or actually lost those games it was a close game in both those games there. But nonetheless, they were able to defeat Michigan in the first round of this college football playoffs, and now we're trying to see if we can knock them off, and so we can continue our journey here as hopefully national champions. As Jeremiah Love, their halfback here, 4-star guy from St. Louis, Missouri, is an east to west playmaker here, 6 foot, 212 pounds. He is going to be definitely going to be trying to use his speed in that backfield there for the Fighting Irish, as he has 96 speed as well as a looseness, and he also has good hands there. Now his route running is not the best, but he is able to hold on to the football there, and we'll try to do our best to kind of cap him and keep him at bay. And when it comes to the running game there, 7 rushing touchdowns so far for him this season, 841 yards. All right, now entering today's game here. So it will be a challenge nonetheless, but it'll be a challenge that we are definitely going to accept. 16 receptions, 129 yards, and of course 3 rushing touchdowns there for him in today's matchup. We got Malachi Fields, 2-star kid from Virginia, 6'4", 223 pounds. He is a great receiver there, as he will definitely be utilized here. His quickness as well as his route running there. He has actually pretty good hands there. He gets a good spec catch, 94, catching traffic, 97. So he's definitely one of those guys there they'll probably be utilizing when when it's short down-ish, and of course those critical third downs, and seeing what he can do with his abilities there to help out the Fighting Irish defeat us there offensively. There you see 4 touchdowns there for him, over 800 yards through the air with 54 catches there. So he is definitely going to be he's going to be contested a lot. As like I said, he's going to be in those critical downs where they need to get a first down or more. Of course, CJ Carr is their quarterback there, a backfield creator, 4-star kid from Michigan. They're 6'3", 210 pounds. He's a freshman. He's a true freshman who has been leading this team here and doing very well his first year here at Notre Dame. And of course, if he's already brought them here to this point, especially knocking off a team like Michigan in that first round, there is going to be something special about this young man for years to come. We'll see if he can continue that run here today against the Cornhuskers. As you see there, his numbers so far: 25 touchdowns, 26 interceptions, 3,371 yards. He's completed 54% of his passes. He has 120 carries, but no rushing yards there. I guess there's a lot of negative yardage there from him. But nonetheless, he is a kid that has a pretty damn good arm, and we're definitely going to be challenged here against this freshman. We cannot let a freshman beat us in this particular game. Of course, Leonard Moore, he is a run and bump corner here from Round Rock, Texas. And there you see his numbers so far: 66 tackles here this season, 5 interceptions, and he'll definitely be being matched up pretty well, probably against Hunter or Key in today's game. This young man, Bowen, from St. John's, Indiana, in-state kid, and there you see his numbers and his abilities there. His quickness as well as his run-stopping ability is top-notch. So he'll be definitely trying to do his best to trying to slow down Ivy and Johnson. Of course, remember, Johnson did not play so well. He had over 120 yards for the game, but did not have a rushing touchdown. And the first half, they did a pretty good job here several times, stuffing him in the backfield and not letting him do too much. We'll probably try to rely on Ivy a little bit more, but I really want to push in today's game. I really want to see Johnson do something here and see what he can do, as he is our premier or feature back. But like I said, we do have a 2-back system here, so we will be using both men. But I'm really hoping that we can push Johnson to run the ball a little bit more. And then, of course, in their secondary here, you see they got Scholler, who has got zone coverage as well as a strong safety. By far one of the best top 5 strong safeties out in the nation right now. He's got good quickness there, and of course he has decent run support. And there you see his numbers there: 63 tackles, 3 INTs. And of course, last week we did not have throw any interceptions whatsoever, no turnovers, any kind from Riola, which was great. And we like to see that continue on here as kickoff is commencing now here at the Rose Bowl here in Pasadena, California. A beautiful night here as the Cornhuskers have a chance now to win a Rose Bowl title, and of course try to get one game closer to the national championship. As Carr here throws a quick pass, that's going to be caught as Radon, he will get the catch there. That'll be a first down. Ball their own 25 or 35-yard line. Notre Dame here. Carr here running this one. He's going to scramble, but he's going to get brought down by McCollin in the backfield there. Nice sack there. 8-yard loss. Puts him at the 30-yard line. It's going to be a 1st and 10 coming up here for Nebraska. As Nebraska, of course, did a great number on Underwood last week, getting him a couple of times as well as in the backfield. And that was one of the key things for the defense stepping up, especially with the turnovers they also had him produce as well. As we'll see a pass there to the tight end once again as he'll get the catch for a few more yards. We're now looking at a 3rd down here, 3rd and 11 to be exact. See a man in motion here. We'll see the Love as Jeremiah Love trying to get out of the backfield there, but he'll get stopped and quickly, and they'll be forced to punt the ball here. They'll put us at our own 27-yard line here. 1st and 10 here for Nebraska. As Ricola there will hand this one off to Johnson. Riola there, nice job handing a nice smooth handoff there to him. Excuse me, I like to get a quarterback involved in the running game as well. If we can run some options, depending on how this running game goes, we'll kind of test it out here throughout the remainder of the game. But right now, we'll pass this one there. That was to Hunter, but he's unfortunately going to be dropping that football there. That's going to be an incomplete pass. We forced a punt, as we'll see the Fighting Irish have the football back there on that 1st down. I'll get a nice successful first down or for a 5-yard catch there for a 2nd and 5. But they'll get dropped quick next here as Van Poppel, who had a great game last episode, had a successful 3 tackles for 3 TFLs and a sack in that game against Michigan for the Big Ten title. He does it again here as he gets to Carr this time and brings him down. That's the 2nd sack of the game here on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish quarterback. As we'll go ahead and we'll see what he can do here as he's going to run this one as he is trying to get away from the defense. And he's going to drop the football. That ball's going to pop out. And a nice recovery there for Nebraska as Nebraska has the football here. First turnover of the ball game here on Notre Dame. As we'll get the ball back on their 40-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 here for Nebraska as the Cornhuskers. Mario Buford here gets the recovery and a nice hit there as they have him drop the football. And of course, the freshman, not that experience on the field here. That's definitely going to cost them. And now we'll see Ivies here runs this one and we'll see if we can try to take advantage of here and try to get the first points of the ball game. 2nd drive here for Nebraska in this game. And we'll see a handoff there to Johnson. And Johnson running with a statement there and running with a purpose as he gets a nice 1st down at the 15-yard line of Notre Dame. It'll be a nice job there, move the chains. We'll keep it going here now. 1st and 10 here for Nebraska as, of course, they are trying to move their way up here as Riola here rolls out, throws this one up, and that is going to be caught. And that's going to be placed at the 10, or near the 10-yard line. I say, so imagine the 12 or 11-yard line. As Johnson here runs this one there, and Johnson gets enough to get the first as he makes it now a 1st and goal coming out for Nebraska. 4:14 left here in the 1st quarter. Still no score. Hand off as we'll see Johnson here try to fight that yardage to get to that to move the football, but unable to that time as he'll be able to lose a yard or 2 on that play. It'll be a 2nd and goal coming up As Riola here drops back deep and throws that one away as he just had it thrown away there. He couldn't find nobody. As nobody was open. He didn't want to take the chance of turning the ball over. Smart thinking there on his part. We need more of that from him. As Riola here again throws this one late, and that ball is going to be dropped. And that's going to force us now to kick a field goal here. This will be a 23-yard field goal kick. This kick is up, and it is good. And the Cornhuskers take an early lead here, 3-0, just like we were in that Big Ten game against Michigan. We're only able to produce a field goal that time. There's, we'll see a pass here to the tight end as he's able to get there. Rendon is able to get the catch there for a first down for the Fighting Irish. We'll see now 1st and 10, ball their own 33. And we'll see Carr throws this one up there to his tight end again, and then why not? That huge tight end has some basketball height there as he gets another catch there for the first. Play action here from Carr. Carr rolling out to the left-hand side. Carr has to get rid of it, and he's going to have to throw it away as that's going to be an incomplete pass. Looking at a 3rd down coming up here for the Fighting Irish. As he'll drop back. Look here, fire finds the tight end, but this time the tight end could not get enough there for the first, and they'll be forced to punt. So now 1st 10 coming up here, ball on their own 13 as Nebraska comes back out here for another drive. And again, Johnson being stuck in the backfield there, gets a loss of 2 on the play, puts us at a 2nd down. 2nd and 12 coming up, screen pass there, throw to Ivy. Ivy gets a decent block, but not enough to get the first, or at least get some positive yards there. They'll only get really 1, as they're just still now short. 3rd and 11 coming up. Riola here drops back in the pocket, looking for something deep. He goes up, fires this one, finds Key, and Dane Key is able to get the catch there for the first. Nice job there from him. Last week he was kind of a no-show, as we're not able to do anything in that Big Ten game there with him. He's only had 1 catch for 3 yards. Here so far, he's actually did better here today, starting off, than he did last week. And they, of course, did a great job there of covering him very well. As we see a completed pass there to Johnson, that'll end the first quarter. Nebraska leads it 3-0 here. As you see the first quarter stats there. And Nebraska pretty balanced there between the pass and the rush. We'll see if that will continue on now here in this second quarter. Ball on the 47-yard line of the Fighting Irish as Nebraska will have the football here. Johnson gets a nice scamper for a few yards there on the play. We'll see what he can do here on this 2nd and 5. Drop a handoff again, and this time it's going to be Ivy's as he'll get caught on the play. Ivy's getting about a yard on the carry. We'll see what they'll do here on 3rd and 6. A manageable 3rd down. You pretty much can call anything in this situation. As we got to get rid of the football, but he's going to get dropped back deep. And that's going to be a 4th and 20. And, of course, that means we're going to have to punt. The Fighting Irish will get the ball back, as we'll see Love coming out of the backfield here as he's got another touch there. We'll see now 2nd and 9 coming up. And looks like the quarterback's going to call his number instead, and he's going to call his own as Carr gets dropped there for a loss. 3rd down coming up here. This could be a passing situation here for the Fighting Irish. Just Love's in motion. Love getting the ball thrown over there to the side there. Gets the catch, but cannot get to the first down marker, and they'll be forced to punt. We get the ball on our own 33-yard line here. 1st and 10 here for Nebraska. As Riola here rolls out to the right-hand side, looking for a pass. A situation here. Finds Hunter. Hunter gets the catch. He's going to get this one, and he's going to get all the way down to the 28-yard line of the Fighting Irish. 1st and 10. Nebraska moves the chains. Nebraska now trying to get down the field here, trying to score here. Early in the second quarter, pass there completed by Markway. Of course, Markway last week in the previous episode there, the Big Ten game, had quite a few drops, but came big towards the end there, getting a nice touchdown to, of course, put some separation between us and Michigan. As Johnson now makes a nice carry there for a few yards. That's going to be a 1st and 10 as they remove the chains to the 15-yard line. 6:15 left Hand off to Ivies. Ivies has the football, and Ivies going to make the carry. That's going to get a few yards on the play. As we'll see now, 2nd and 7 coming up. Notre Dame here, defense trying their best to stop this Nebraska offense, but so far it is not working in their favor. We'll see Raiola here drops back, fires this one there to Hunter, and Hunter able to get the catch. And we're looking at a 3rd down. 3rd and 2 coming up. Ball on the 7-yard line of Notre Dame as they'll get a good block there for Johnson. Johnson has the 1st down, and he's going to get to the 3-yard line as he is shoved out. 1st and goal here for Nebraska. Looking to try to get something going. And we'll see here. Ball on the 3-yard line. Play clock running down here. They're trying to take every single second as they can. They have Johnson try to run up the middle, but Johnson will be denied. We'll see what they can do here on this 3rd and goal. On the 2-yard line as they'll go back to Johnson again. And Johnson this time breaks the plane and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. Cornhuskers get in there as Johnson able to find his way. Nice job as he was, of course, denied several times last week. And, of course, after a while there, we kind of got away from having him trying to run the football in there. He is successful that time. As we see Carr now trying to get something going here for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. As he picks up a nice gain there for himself, calling his own number. 2nd and 2 coming up. We'll see a quick pass as he'll find Washington, the other tight end there, makes the catch. He'll get enough there for the 1st down. As they have the ball their own 35, a pass being completed, and they'll get that one there to Greathouse. As Greathouse will get the completion. 2nd and 3, a pass there. That's going to be Love as Love able to hold on to the ball and showing some love holding on to that ball as he gets down to the 37. 2 minutes left here for the Fighting Irish as we'll see Love now runs this one out of the backfield there. Getting blocked there by his own guy there, but he is able to successfully get around that and get the 1st down. So a quick pass, and that is going to go to Fields as Fields gets the catch. They're starting to move the ball here very well on this drive. You got to put a stop to that. As there's under a minute left here in the 2nd quarter. And Love again is going to get his number called, and he's going to be stopped at the 10-yard line. It'll be a 4th and 4. They're going to be smart here and at least try to put some points on the board here as the clock is starting to tick away as we're getting closer to the end of the half. And Notre Dame is able to put up 3 points on the board here. They're not going to go empty-handed, and they're going to at least make it a 10-3 ball game. So they're down by 7. Nebraska, of course, would like to put up some points here, maybe a field goal before the half. We'll see how they can do. Johnson runs this one there, and he's going to be stopped, and a timeout being called by Nebraska. So Nebraska has 2 timeouts remaining. Nebraska going to look like they're going to keep it on the ground here with Johnson, and he rolls this one out to the left-hand side, and he's going to get stopped, and a timeout being called by Notre Dame. So Nebraska gets one more shot here to try to go for the end zone. They're going to be smart here. They're going to keep the ball on the ground with Johnson, and they're not going to try to go for a touchdown or a field goal here. They're going to keep the ball game where it's at as they go into half. They do start the half with the football. As we take a look here, 14 carries, 50 yards, and of course a touchdown there from Emmett Johnson, the junior. As we're hoping to build something here in the second half with him, as he's been doing offensive line is doing a better job here protecting him, and of course open those gaps up for him and get him a chance to get up the field. But for the most part, we got to get things going because Notre Dame, they're right there knocking on our door. They got 3 points. They're not far. They're just a possession away from tying this ball game up, and we cannot let that happen here in the second half. So there we go as we see the flag being called here, and it's going to be a delay of game, I believe. As that's going to be on Raiola, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. And that's going to put him at a 10-yard, or it's going to put him at the 10-yard line. 1st and 15 coming up after the penalty. And so we'll see Raiola here, hands off to Johnson. Johnson got a great block here, looking for it. Oh, just looking for that one more block. He could have been out of there, but nice run regardless. 2nd and 1 coming up. As the balls are on their own 24-yard line, hand off to Ivies there, and he will get shut down quickly before he can get to that first down marker. We'll see now 3rd and 2 coming up. Ivies again, Paul gets his number called, and he's going to run this one as he does get the first down that time, able to move the chains. Chains now move to the 36-yard line of Nebraska. Israel here is going to roll out here. Oh, almost gets sacked in the backfield there on that fake out there. But he's able to get out of it and throw the football there, but it's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up here for Riola. And the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and Riola here gets hit as he throws that football. Hold on there just a little too long there, Riola. And they'll be forced to punt. As they'll get Nebraska, or I should say the Fighting Irish will get the ball at their own 33-yard line. Love getting his number called here, and they're having a hard time wrapping him up, but they finally do there as he gets to the 45-yard line. Fighting Irish on their own 45. Pass there is going to be thrown and overthrown by Carr. I think it was intended there for Fields that time. It'll be a 2nd and 10 coming up. As we'll see, Carr now drops back in the pocket, rolls out, finds his halfback, but he cannot hold on to it. Love drops it on contact. 3rd and 10 as they'll go again, and they'll make another pass there to Love, and he will this time gets the ball but cannot get to the first down marker. So now 1st and 10 coming up here, as we'll see Nebraska with the football this time. Pass there, nobody covers Johnson, and Johnson going up the field here. This is a big play, and this is going to get us a big time touchdown, Nebraska. Johnson able to get down the field here on this play. He has now had a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown now here. Great job there from him as he's able to just find, nobody covers him at all. Osbury is supposed to be the man covering him, but he does not do a good job at that at all. I think he was thinking that maybe there's a player or a defender there in the secondary, but no, there was no help there from the safeties at all. They were up front trying to I believe they were trying to blitz, or at least show blitz. And Johnson able to make a great play there, makes it now 17-3. Notre Dame back out here on this 2nd and 11 coming up. They're on their own 15. Carr here drops back in the pocket. Is going to get brought down by the defense. Nice job. As the defense able to get a hold of him. As he is going to be stopped there on that play. As it looks like Watson Trent gets a hold of him. Nice job there. Swimming around that defensive line. And getting to that quarterback here. We'll see a 3rd and 18 coming up here. As we'll see a drop back here for Carr. Carr here quickly throws, and that ball is going to be caught. Wow, how did that happen? And Nebraska, for whatever reason here, is going to challenge this. Or at least I think the Booth is going to challenge this, not Nebraska. I don't remember challenging this play here, but oh, okay, yeah, Booth did challenge it, so it was they said it was a catch, so we'll continue on. As now Love, oh, look at that big gap there he had. Got a nice run there, almost got a first down, but he will get stopped short there. It'll be a 2nd and inches here. We'll see a pass there being completed, and oh no, the tight end has the football here, and now it's just a track meet as they're able to get to him there, and they'll finally get to him at the 9-yard line. Big first down there for Notre Dame as they're trying to fight back in here. Fighting Irish now, QB Carr rolling out here. Carr decides to call his own number. He's going to dive, give himself up there at the 5. They're at the Nebraska 5-yard line here, 2nd and goal. As we'll see a handoff to Love. Love here getting to the goal line here. 2nd and goal coming up. Need a punch play right here as they'll go ahead and have a QB dive as Carr gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. As the Fighting Irish finally able to get on the board here with a touchdown. And they're going to be trailing by 7 here after the extra point. Nebraska really needs to get things going here. We need a score here on this drive. 1st and 10 on their own 21. Hand off here. As we'll see Johnson gets a carry. Gets about a gain of 2 on the play. Let's see what he'll do here on 2nd and 8. Riola here throws this one there to his tight end Markway, as Mack gets the catch there for a few. We'll see a 3rd and 5 coming up. Key. Let's kind of slant route there, and okay, I thought he was going to throw to him, but no, they throw to Markway. Markway gets the catch, but he's going to be short. So now go for here on 4th and 3. Riola here, drop back here, fires this one here, finds Hunter, but oh no. We get prime real estate here to the Fighting Irish, but the defense come back and they bring down the quarterback. Quarterback drops the football, but Notre Dame able to retain control of the possession, and they're going to be brought back to the 45-yard line. As Watson Trent made a great hustle there, trying to get to the football, but could not pick it up as the offensive lineman had it for Notre Dame, and they maintain control. Take a look here. Was this a fumble or not? And Notre Dame wants to, of course, challenge this here. And we'll see if this challenge is going to stand. Of course, you guys be the judge of it. You got rocked pretty good. And they're going to say it was a fumble. So 2nd and 16 coming up here as Carr throws a quick pass. That's going to go to Fields as Fields gets the catch for a few yards there, making the play. It'll be a 3rd and 12 as Carr throws this one off to the left-hand side, and his tight end cannot get to it as it was up in the air but could not come down with it. They'll kick a field goal here. Field goal's up, and the field goal, the 48-yard field goal attempt is good. And Notre Dame now shrinking that lead down to 4 here in this one. 17-13 here at Pasadena, here at the Rose Bowl. 1st and 10 for Nebraska. We'll give it to Ivies, and he cannot get around the edge as he gets tackled there quickly. We'll see a 2nd and 13 coming up here on our own 16. As we'll see a quick, Riola gets rolled up all the way back to the 7-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd and 25 coming up here for Nebraska. As Riola here, he's got to hurry up and get rid of it as he almost got sacked there in the end zone there, and they'll be forced to punt. So now we give Notre Dame another shot here with some more good real estate now. As Love is going to try to make a run there, but cannot get out of the backfield. That's a loss on the play, and it's going to be it for the 3rd quarter. As we go to the 4th and final quarter now here, Nebraska really needs to sharpen up and get ready for this quarter here. We cannot be giving up that kind of real estate to them in this quarter here. We got to shut it down, and we got to shut it down quick here on this Notre Dame offense. 2nd and 10 coming up here. As we'll see a drop back here, and Carr now on the run, and he's going to get brought down by the sack. As Watson Trent again says, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" Gets a nice sack there. It's going to be a 3rd and 13 after that sack. As the ball is going to be at the 42-yard line. As Watson Trent has just been playing like nobody's business here. And hopefully he'll continue doing so here in today's game and throughout the rest of the playoffs. 3rd and 13 coming up. Carr there throws a Herzog Jr. Now he has a chance to take this one back for a pick 6, and he's going to do so. Touchdown, Nebraska. A 61-yard pick 6 going the other direction. And Nebraska now has a big lead here. They have a 2-possession lead here in the 4th quarter. And that right there might have been the dagger on Notre Dame's chances to get back in this ball game. As Carr just trying to look and see. He was kind of in a bit of a hurry there, trying to look and scan the field as quick as he could, but he didn't realize there was a red jersey right there in front of his one of his receivers, Greathouse, who was supposed to go to, and Herzog just did a great job there of jumping that and getting to that football. We'll see a 1st and 10 handoff to Love as Love now trying to make up the difference there. He'll get a decent run that time, as we'll see now 1st and 10 after that run. And Carr now calling his own number here, and as Judy brings him down on that tackle. Gain of a yard on the play. It'll be a 2nd and 9. Carr now here running here, and Carr running right into that little gap there he thought he could get through. But not such luck. As we'll see now 3rd and 5 coming up. Pass here is going to be up, and it's going to be picked off as Nebraska get him again. And now trying to take it back for another pick 6 as they'll get pushed out at the 47. Great job there from Buford as he's able to get the interception, and the freshman Fighting Irish quarterback here having a tough go here with 8:42 left. Nebraska can really put this game away with another possession here. As we'll see the interception and a nice throw right to our guy. Nice job there as he's able to get to that one. As you'll see here, Riola here up the middle finds Key, and Key is able to hold on to the catch there for the first. We'll see 2nd and 5 coming up here for Nebraska. It is 24-13 as Johnson now makes a nice run there as he's galloping up the field here. Gets a 1st down, puts them at the 31-yard line of the Fighting Irish. As he'll get his number called again. Ivy's here running this one, kind of going a little backwards there that time. He'll lose a yard on that carry. So we have to try to get that back here. Ball in 32. 2nd and 11. We'll see a play action here. Riola here. He has to get rid of the football, but he's going to get dropped back to the 44. It's going to be a 3rd and 23. Riola really is just, he's got to get rid of that football there. He cannot be holding on to it like that. But at the same time, Fighting Irish here, oh, jeez. They've been just popping off that line quick, getting to us, and that's not good. As our offensive line needs to do a better job there protecting us. 2nd and 4 coming up, as Carr now has a possession here for the Fighting Irish after that punt there from Nebraska. Trying to move the ball here themselves as there's 5:17 left here in the 4th quarter. He knows he's got a lot of work to do here. He's going to get taken down hard as he does not see that. Was right in front of him, but more like he had a blind spot there as McCullough here just blazes through there, and Carr just didn't have enough time to react. Let's just get a quick pass there thrown, and that's going to be completed at the 35. As see now Carr running this one here, calling his own number. As quarterback freshman here, stepping up to the plate here. He's not back shying away here on the throws. He's already thrown 2 already. 2 interceptions. He's trying to trying to do his best to avoid a 3rd one here, but at the same time, he knows how important it is to throw down the field if they're going to get back in this ball game here. As see 1st and 10. Drop back here. As he throws this one, he has to just have to throw it away. Nice job there, realizing he did not have a play there. 2nd and 10 here, now on the Nebraska 45. Carr here again, drops back here, looks, fires, rips this one there, and that's going to be completed by Fields, who gets the catch there at the 36. New set of downs for the Fighting Irish. It's Carr again. He, this time, cannot do anything with that one as Watson Trent again gets a hold of him. Nice play. As Watson Trent has 3.5 sacks on him, 3.5 sacks now on him here today. As we'll see a 3rd and 13. Looking at the sideline for the play. Ball to 33. Carr again drops back here. Right, flows this one there. That ball's going to be completed there by Fields as he gets a new set of downs here. 2:44 left here for the Fighting Irish as open backfield here with Carr. Carr again drops back in the pocket, throws this one up the middle there. That's going to be completed, and Love's going to find his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the Fighting Irish now here are just now a point away to being down by 4. We'll see what they'll go here. We'll see if they'll go for that 2-point conversion to kind of streak the lead down to 2. But I would imagine, if I was a betting man, I imagine they would try to go for it. But no, they do kick a field goal. So they know that they got to make a stop here, and they're going to rely on their defense here to make that stop. They're hoping that maybe Riola will make a screw up here and throw a pick. We've got to be cautious of that, as we'll see now. 2nd and 10 coming up here. Of course, no timeouts, or one timeout being called there by Notre Dame. 2 remaining. Riola here drops back in the pocket, throws up the middle there. That's going to be caught by Hunter, but there's a flag on the play here. And it looks like it's on Pritchard. As it's going to be a holding call. And that is not what we need, as it's going to be a 9-yard penalty. Puts us back at the 6. Or excuse me, at the 9. 2nd and 19, pass there, and Hunter had it but dropped it as he got clobbered there. So now 3rd and 19 coming up here for Nebraska, as Riola here goes, and oh my goodness, almost got a safety there, and not to mention they would have got the ball back. As we'll see a 1st and 10 here for the Fighting Irish. They'll hand this one off to Love as they'll get to the 35. They'll get to the 2-minute warning. 24-20. As Carr here gets dropped there quickly there by Judy. That's the 8th sack in this ball game here for Nebraska. And Carr just wondering, like, where is my protection at here tonight? Why can I not get any help here? As Elijah Judy makes another sack there. Nice job. His first of the day here. Let's see if we can get another one here for him. Push the Nebraska, or the Notre Dame quarterback back some. As we'll see, the freshman here throws this one up there. That's going to be caught. As that's going to go to Greathouse, as he does a great job getting that catch. 1st and 10 after the catch, as we'll see a play action here. And Carr getting brought down there quickly as McCollum gets a hold of another sack there. Sack number 9 for Nebraska's defense. As now Carr here again gets this ball thrown up there. The tight end, let's get it. I have it. I don't know what Hill was thinking there. It was his man. So now we got to try to make a stop here, as we'll see a handoff by Love. Love is going to run this one there. He's going to get stopped in the backfield there. I believe Notre Dame has no timeouts remaining. So now we'll see Carr throws this one up here, looking for a Hail Mary of a play, and he does not come down with it. Incomplete pass. It's going to be a 3rd and goal. Ball on the 2-yard line. 29 seconds left. Notre Dame here has to do something with the football here. Carr throws it quickly, and he just throws it out of the way. I'm really surprised Carr did not run that football there. He should have ran it. As we'll see a handoff here, as he goes to Love, and Love is going to be stopped. And Nebraska wins this one here at the Rose Bowl, 24-20. Talk about scary moments there. That could have easily went sideways really quick there. But like I said, I'm shocked and surprised. He could have ran up in the pocket and got the touchdown there, the rushing touchdown. It was wide open. There was hardly anybody there. There was one other man, and he would have outran that linebacker. But apparently he did not think that and didn't believe in himself in that, and so that's why they are now losing and going home. And they lose this one by 4. Nebraska, man, defensively, you guys were on shaky ground there towards the end. And I was trying everything to call a reasonable play. Of course, they were calling no huddles and not letting me have my right personnel in there. I didn't want to call a timeout to slow it down. In some ways, I kind of should have, but we got lucky. I'm not going to lie. And we walk out of here with that Rose Bowl trophy. As now we move on to the semifinal round here. We'll see who we play. Either we'll play Texas Tech or Miami, and we'll find out here at the end of this episode. But final score, 24-20 in this one, as Nebraska pulls off a victory here. Only one touchdown there from Riola through the air. Yes, is now 37th touchdown this season. He was sacked 3 times, and of course, there was a couple times. I don't know. I was trying my best trying to get rid of the football as many times as I could. Of course, towards that last possession that we had, he almost gave up 2 points there. But thank goodness that that ball was he threw at the last second and got rid of it in his hands, because that would have been a safety. That would put them up by 2 points, and then they would have been able to get the football back. It would have been 24-22 instead. And with the way how they removed that football there, they would have definitely had the momentum to go back and go down the field there and do what they did on that drive there. We've seen they probably would have scored. So, but yeah, I'm very thankful that that throw was off, because I was sweating bullets. I'm not gonna lie, when I seen that, I'm like, oh boy, we definitely gotta get rid of that football there. So Real at 12 of 22, 186, a touchdown for him, 3 sacks. Johnson, 19 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown for him, his 14th. Ivy, 7 carries for 23. Receiving wise, Johnson had a big day there, 2 catches for 104 yards and a touchdown for him, his first of the season actually, first receiving touchdown. Hunter, 3 catches, 45 yards. Man, we had a tough time trying to get to him. They were smothering him like crazy. Same way with Key, 2 catches for 22 yards. Markway, 4 catches for 14. Watson Trent had a big day there. 9 tackles, 5 TFLs, and 3.5 sacks in the game. Woo, what a day. Marcus Burford had interception, his 5th, but he had 9 tackles on the TFL as well. Herzog, of course, had a nice defensive touchdown. He had 8 tackles, a TFL, fumble recovery, interception, and a touchdown there in that game. McCollum, 6 tackles, 4 TFLs, and 3 sacks in that ball game there against the Fighting Irish. Judy, 4 tackles, 2 TFLs, and of course he had a sack as well in that game. So nice job from our guys defensively. They did a good job there, just really smothering the chances for that freshman quarterback to really get any kind of momentum going for himself there. There you see his rushing numbers there, 17 of 28 for him in this game. Love, 15 for 78. Their tight end had a great day there. Unfortunately, he was not in the end zone, but he had 5 catches for 132 yards, something like that. There's the rest of the numbers there. Defensively, you guys can pause the video, check that out. But yeah, overall, this was, it was a good game. I'm really proud of our guys, stepping up to the play. But of course, towards the end there, it was kind of nerve-wracking because we were not doing like we were supposed to. I was really hoping that we were not letting them march down the field. But hey, we did a great job there. It was one of those defensives. You can bend, but please, whatever you do, do not break. And I think that's exactly what our guys did. But next round, we may not be so lucky of that happening for us. It might actually come back and bite us in the butt. So we'll definitely have a lot of things to work on as we go into the next week and the next round of the college football playoffs there. But as you see there, yes, we won the college football quarterfinal game, as that was the Rose Bowl game. And coming up next, we'll find out who will be playing in the semifinal round. And like I said, it'll either be Texas Tech, which is that's going to be a track meet game, because, geez, they like to throw the football a lot. Not much rushing, but Miami, on the other hand, they're a little bit of both, the run and the pass. And that's what we're more accustomed to, and that's who we're going to be facing in the Peach Bowl as we head down to Hotlanta for that matchup there against number 4, Miami. As you see there, we are the number 1 seed, so we are going to be the home team. But we'll take on Miami. We'll be in Hotlanta. That'd be more of a home game for Miami than it is for us. But then in the other semifinal round, it's going to be Georgia taking on Texas A&M. Wow. A&M beat Indiana 56-27, and Georgia beat Oregon 42-26 in that the quarterfinal round. They'll move on. They'll face each other, and we'll see how well they do in the Fiesta Bowl there out there in Arizona. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun one here. It's we got we have the 3 of the top 4 seeds in there in the semifinal round. Of course, Georgia, they won it a year before, last year, and of course now they're trying to come back and try to win it again. And that's gonna be a tough matchup for us if we have to face them. Not looking forward to that at all. But you know what? If we have to face them, we'll have to face them. But we'll worry about Miami first. We'll see how we do against Miami. Oh, and by the way, this is the last time these two teams have faced each other. It was back in 2015, where Miami won in overtime and beat the Cornhuskers 36-33. We love to get revenge on them, but most importantly, the last time we faced each other in a big game, especially for the national championship, it was back in 2001, where we lost in the BCS national championship game against this Miami squad, 37-14. So we'll definitely be licking our chops for that. Of course, if you know the history between these two teams, especially in the 90s, like I do, these two teams were the hot teams back then, and of course they are looking to get back on that plateau or that mantle as the best of the best in college football. And of course, for us, the glory is on the line, and we'll see if we can try to return back into that, and especially why not against one of our rivals from back in the day. We'll see if we can, of course, win this Peach Bowl, and of course get ourselves and our team ready for the national championship. But first, we got to take on the Hurricanes in this one, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a very close one at that as well. So we got to really clean up our mistakes and get ready for this matchup here against Miami. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you have to be new, and of course hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series that happens to be uploaded here on ESGNet. Of course, don't forget to follow us on social media, and of course our other links to our other series as well on this channel and to our second channel here on YouTube at ESGNet plus LP over here on YouTube. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on the channel. Go Big Red! Let's see what we can do against Miami coming up in the next video. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you all next time.